Welcome back to the Richfield High School and the Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com. We're on to our, third to last game of the day, and we've got a good one coming up. Manila, the number 2 team from Region 22 against Region 21's number 1, the Milford Tigers, who were upset by the Bryce Valley Mustangs yesterday. You're tuned in to the South Central Communications GigaFast pregame report. Your local 1 gig internet provider. Who are we looking at first, Cameron? The Manila Mustangs. They are coming in at 9-13 overall this season. They went 4-2 in Region 22. Lost twice to Rich in Region 22 play. Led by Aspen Collett's 15 points per game. Collett also averages 9 rebounds, and she's been known to pull down 19 or 20 rebounds a game at times. Manila also has Cannell Browning, Abby Sadler, Brooke Guyman, and Olivia Clegg, who average about 5-6 points a game. Clegg can hit it from downtown. Sadler's a good ball handler, will score 6 points a game and averages better than 2 assists per contest. And their biggest three-point threat is Cannell Browning. Abby Sadler can hit it from outside as well. And that's the Manila Mustangs, coached by Tony Pendleton in her first year, leading the Mustangs from Manila. The Milford Tigers, Region 21's number 1 team. Milford had a great year. They were into the top 5 a number of times, ranked by the Deseret News. They're led by Kinsey Williams, 10 points. Presley Barnson, who can hit it from outside, has 8 points a game. And then right around 4 to 6 points a game, Eliza Woolsey, J.C. Rose, Madison Griffiths, and Kinley Spalding. And watch out for Griffiths from downtown as well. You can see that the Tigers have missed Alina Yee, who led them to a state runner-up position or finish last year. She graduated. She's on to play college volleyball, I think somewhere back east, if I remember correctly. But Milford has picked up well without Yee, trying to fill her shoes, and they had a great season. Region 21's number 1 team, 15-8 overall. They went 9-0 or 10-0 in Region 21 and won that region. Mallory Bailey, been around for a number of years, and this is an interesting matchup. You got 2 teams that were upset in the first round as far as seeding goes down here in Consolation, and unfortunately for one of these teams, the loser will be done. This has been the South Central Communications GigaFast pregame report. Sign up for 1 gig internet today. Get a gig and get going. Aspen Collett for the tip against Milford's Eliza Woolsey. Collett wins it, and Sadler across the timeline for the Manila Mustangs. Manila in the road blacks with the red stripe down the side, red numbers. Pretty much the same colors for the teams, but you can see Milford in the home whites. Collett Guyman with the offensive rebound. She's cut under just a bit by Presley Barnson, also on the floor for the Milford Tigers, along with number 22, Madison Griffiths. Barnson is number 14. 3 is J.C. Rose, a junior at 5'5". She's been starting since she was a freshman. Inbound deflected. Abby Sadler still comes up with it for Manila. And that 5th starter for the Milford Tigers, Kinsey Williams. I'll apologize in advance as Aspen Collett drives and gets called for the charge. Nice job by Kinsey Williams. Collett picks up her first personal. I think I'll probably say Manila when I mean Milford, and Milford when I mean Manila a few times during this broadcast, and I apologize in advance for that. Aspen Collett came away from that exchange with a bloody nose, and so checking in is Ashlyn Austin. The Manila Mustangs start Abby Sadler, Olivia Clegg, along with Aspen Collett, Brooke Guyman, and who's that 5th player starting for Manila today? Looks like Cannell Browning. Offensive rebound for Milford. Barnson tries to drive, kicks it out to Rose for 3. This one off the window and in. J.C. Rose with the triple. And Milford takes a 3-0 lead. Rose, not a big-time three-point shooter. She will shoot from out there, obviously. We just saw that. But hasn't hit a ton of three-point shots this season. Let's see if we can find that information real quick for you. As Manila works it around, Rose has hit 6, make it 7 three-point shots this season, according to the stats that we have. Milford gets a takeaway. Rose will fire away from downtown again. Miss off the heel of the basket this time. Guyman chases the rebound out to the corner, but Milford comes up with it. Barneson, Rose, almost left open again. There's a Mustang team that really challenged Rich a couple of times this year. The Rebels beat Wendover handily this morning and look like one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the state. We'll see how that shakes out in the next couple of days. But Manila really challenged the Region 22 champ Rich Rebels. Presley Barneson with the 2 from the free throw line area. 5-0, Milford on top. Milford with a takeaway, and it's 7-0. The bucket there for Madison Griffiths. Manila having a hard time taking care of the basketball. Sadler. Collett gets back in there after getting the nose taken care of. Ball loose on the floor, and Milford takes it away again. Count 4 turnovers, including the charge against Manila. Free throw line, quick pass, Rose down the right corner, blocked by Clegg. Olivia's got those long arms, and she'll pick up a few blocks per game. She'll pull down a rebound here, and Coach Pendleton takes a timeout. Her team has not started well. 7-0. Milford on top on this presentation of Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
Hello, Miss Susan Siamese cat.
Dr. Dog, I'm here because my perfectly shiny fur has lost its shimmer, and I don't have the energy I did as a kitten.
Miss Susan Siamese cat, I recommend that you start taking the Feline Daily Multi-Chews from PetMinerals.com immediately. Your good health isn't a yarn ball to play with.
Dr. Dog, you always make me feel better.
Log on to PetMinerals.com today and get your feline supplements ordered today.
Back on Utah 1A basketball on live.ksl.com, and you can watch live on mylocalradio.com as well. Milford out to a hot start. They have forced 4 turnovers and lead 7-0. A 3-pointer by J.C. Rose and 2-point buckets by Barneson and Griffiths have Milford up big. Brooke Guyman and the Manila Mustangs break the press. Sadler gives off to Clegg as Manila spreads things way out. Looks like Milford's in a 1-2-2 zone defense. We'll keep an eye on that. They trap in the corner. Sadler in some trouble, able to kick it back up top. Clegg for the left wing, long 2. That misses long, and J.C. Rose has the rebound. Rose stops, thinks about a 3 instead, gives it to Madison Griffiths for the triple from the corner, and that one just over the rim, and Manila basketball. Manila at times can score big time. They have no state titles in their history, but they scored 60 in a loss against Rich this year. They turn it over another time. That's 5 already for Manila. Up court and a travel double hop step for Kinsey Williams. Milford turns it over for the first time. Manila also scored, let's see, they scored 64 in a loss against Farson Eden, Wyoming. 47 in a loss to Cokeville. 62 in a win over Intermountain Christian. When the shots are falling, this Manila team can be very dangerous offensively. Another win is when they take care of the basketball, which they have not done today. Down to the left baseline, Madison Griffiths, another 2. 9-zip. Milford on top big early. Clegg and Manila having trouble with the pressure. Guyman at the half-court line. Ball poked away. She held it there. Barneson heads to the hoop and misses off the glass. Rose offensive board, rims around. Guyman, long arms. Brooke Guyman will pull down a bunch of rebounds just like that. Uses her height and long arms well to just pull down the rebound. She gets the ball, shoots, misses, but she'll go to the free throw line. J.C. Rose commits her first personal. Milford, the designated home team in this one. They lost yesterday to Region 20's number 4 Bryce Valley, 40-34. That was a close game, but Bryce Valley earned the win. As for Manila, upset loss to number 19's Region 19's number 3, the White Horse Raiders, 60-46. White Horse ran away with it. Brooke Guyman hits her first of 2 free throws, and Manila's on the board with 3:39 left in the first quarter. Guyman averages 6 points per game, 4 rebounds. Takes her time at the free throw line and makes it count. 2 free throws shot, 2 free throws through the cylinder. Those free throws were brought to you by Quality Inn of Richfield, your home for the state tournaments. That's the Quality Inn of Richfield. Griffiths to the right side. Barneson tries to drive. She gets caught up by some defenders. Lost control of the ball, but got it back. Wiseman across the lane. And a shot from down underneath. A foul. Guyman picks up the first, and Kinsey Williams, I believe, will go to the line. It is Guyman's first personal. Mustangs trail 9-2. Milford with a hot start. Kinsey Williams shooting 2. Kinsey averages almost 10 per game. And 5 rebounds, plus 1 steal. She hits her first free throw. One eases down through the nylon. These free throws are brought to you by Garcane Energy, keeping the lights on for more than 70 years. Garcane Energy, both free throws good by Williams, 11-2. Milford on top. Collett across the timeline, dribbles and then bounces to Sadler. Collett will play point guard at times. He's actually one of the best ball handlers on this Manila Mustang team. Browning across to Sadler. Collett running the baseline. Gets the pass down in the right corner. Double team comes. She'll dribble out of it, bounce into the middle, and give it away to Barneson. 7 Mustang first quarter turnovers. Out on the break, Milford scores left side. Madison Griffiths with her 3rd field goal of the game, and it's 13-2. Into the middle. Clegg ahead to Browning. Cannell fires underneath, looking for Guyman, and coming back to steal it, Madison Griffiths. 8 turnovers for Manila in the first quarter. Boy, Barneson throwing elbows. Almost caught Browning. Left wing 3. J.C. Rose can't get that to go. Aspen Collett pulls down the rebound, her first. Averages 15 points, 9 rebounds. Scored 19 yesterday in the loss against Whitehorse. 13-2. Boy, Milford on top big. Clegg. Give and go. She gets it back in the lane. Kick it back out. Sadler for 3. Yes, Abby Sadler with the triple. Manila trying to paw its way back in. Trails by 8. They got to get some defensive stops. That has been a weakness for this Mustang team this year. 40 points allowed per game. They score 39. That's a -1 in point differential. As for Milford, they've scored 42.5. Defensively, they've been very good. Number 2 in 1A girls basketball at 30 points per game allowed. Only better this season on average was Wendover, which lost this morning to Rich. Entry pass inside is poked away by Manila. 13-5. Milford to inbound. Underneath, Manila gets a hand on it. And Wiseman is blocked. Manila basketball. One definite advantage the Mustangs have. Clegg, you see her height. She's got good length. Long arms is what I'm referring to. Brooke Guyman is tall. Aspen Collett is tall as well. And all 3 of those players with very good length. And that's a definite advantage in basketball. Clegg to Collett, 10-second violation. That's 9 first quarter turnovers. This Milford defense causing Manila all kinds of issues in the first quarter. Mustangs offensively, I mean, shooting the ball, they haven't been bad. They just haven't been able to get shots off because of all those turnovers. Just over a minute left in the first. Griffiths tries to drive, but she's cut off. And Wiseman pulls up from the right baseline and swishes it. Wiseman with her first bucket of the game. 15-5, a 10-point Milford lead. Collett picks up the dribble and pivots, wrong pivot foot, for 10 turnovers. Coach Tony Pendleton is going to have to go back to the drawing board between quarters and figure out an adjustment against, it's not full court pressure, it's a half court trap that Milford is going to. It's almost a 3/4 court trap, really. Across the lane, Wiseman loses the dribble off her foot, but gets it back. Up top, Barneson to Rose. 39 seconds left in the first. Milford up by 10. Considering the 10 turnovers Manila has, this could be a lot worse. Air ball on the 3-point shot. Clegg pulls down the board. Collett with 26-25. Crosses the timeline. This will be a key for Manila if they can push the tempo a bit and get these shots down inside. That doesn't go, but to the free throw line goes Aspen Collett. on Milford misses, I think Manila would do well to push the tempo to prevent Milford from setting up in that half-court trap. Call it at the line, shooting 2. Foul charge to J.C. Rose. That's her second. Call it swishes the first one. Broadcast today is brought to you in part by Southern Utah University. Check them out, suu.edu. SUU to everywhere. And these free throws are presented by Bear Lake Realty. For real estate in the Bear Lake area, work with the best, Gary Nammer McKee in Garden City. Visit bearlakerealty.com. Call it hits both free throws, and Manila is within 8. Sadler picks up her first personal foul. Manila Mustangs' 3rd team foul. Closing in on the final seconds of the first quarter. Milford jumped out to a big lead, 9-0, before Manila got on the board at 3:39 left in the first. 10 seconds left in this opening period. Barneson outside, Wiseman. Barneson, fadeaway 3 just before the buzzer. Was the right distance, but missed wide right. And the end of 1, Milford leads 15-7 on Utah 1A basketball here on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
We know that when you think Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
The Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Utah High School Sportscast presents 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com, and Milford jumped out to a 9-0 lead. Leads 15-7 after the end of the first quarter. And a lot of that was because Manila could not take care of the basketball. 10 first quarter turnovers for the Manila Mustangs. A lot of coaches will tell you 12 to maybe 15, depending on the type of tempo and type of pace that a coach or a team plays. A slow pace, efficient type style. Maybe they're thinking 8 to 10, maybe 12 turnovers per game at max. Inside, Williams turns and misses. Brooke Guyman with the rebound. A faster pace team that pushes the tempo and tries to get fast break points. Might think more like 15, maybe 16 turnovers at max per game. I've got Manila with 10 just in the first quarter. A travel. Kinsey Williams and Milford with just its 2nd turnover of the game. Manila not out of this one despite trailing early by as much as 11 points. It was 13-2 late in the first quarter. Clegg inbound, Sadler fouled. Madison Griffiths getting in too tight defensively. Griffiths first personal. 4th team foul on the Milford Tigers. Clegg to inbound. Manila basketball. They're in the road blacks, red numbers. I love the simplicity of these Manila Mustang jerseys. No outlines, no crazy lines, things like that. Just simple black and red. Give and go. Call it hit by Kinsey Williams, and she'll pick up a first personal. 5th team foul on the Milford Tigers. Clegg to inbound. Sadler looking inside, not a good entry pass, and that's turnover number 11 for Manila. Up the right side, perfectly defended by Collett, and a missed layup by Griffiths. Mustangs with it, they'll turn and push. Again, this helps them avoid that full court pressure, that half-court trap, whatever Manila's been setting up in. Looks like a 1-2-2 zone defense by the Mustangs. Or by the Milford Tigers, rather. Collett, she can hit it from downtown. Doesn't take a lot of shots from out there, but turns it over here. Trying to dribble across the top. Barneson to the other end, misses. Collett the rebound. Aspen will turn and run. Nope, stops there and gives back to Clegg. Olivia Clegg's Mom, Camille Clegg, the volleyball coach for Manila Mustangs the last number of years, also the principal at Manila High School. Sadler across the top, pressure coming out, gives to Call It. Sadler again with it. Manila finding a hard time even penetrating in any kind of fashion against this 1-2-2 zone. Sadler in the right corner, and there's the trap. She'll get it away. Nope, give it away. 13 Manila turnovers. Griffiths back outside. Barneson wanted the three, but the defense closed out. Wiseman will fire away from the left angle and miss. Guyman the rebound. That's her third or fourth of the game. Collett across the timeline. Both teams have gone cold here to start the second quarter. Well, Manila turning it over, so they haven't taken shots, but Milford unable to connect. Milford's strategy is to pressure up top, not allow the open three. Browning, though, gets the open three, misses over the top. Rebound out of bounds to Milford. Anytime an opponent gets it into the corner, Milford traps with those two defenders. And that's really caused Manila some issues so far. 15-7, Milford with the lead. Bryce Canyon Half Marathon is proud to present 1A basketball. Race runs the second Saturday in July, and if you're going to run 13 miles, you might as well do it somewhere fantastically beautiful, Bryce Canyon area. Don't miss out. Register today and save. Early registration is open now at www.brycecanyonhalfmarathon.com. That's brycecanyonhalfmarathon.com. Sadler pushes up court, runs into traffic, and bounces back outside. She's bumped to the floor. That'll be a sixth team foul on Milford with 4:52 left in the third, or in the second quarter, excuse me. And that's Presley Barneson, her second personal. So you're starting to get into a little bit of foul trouble with J.C. Rose having two, Presley Barneson with two. And that prompts Mallory Bailey to send in Kinley Spalding, a sophomore. We've also got a timeout on the court, so we'll take 1-2 on this presentation of Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com.
Our Richfield, located just off Interstate 70, is a short drive from attractions like the Big Rock Candy Mountain, Fremont Indian State Park, Fish Lake National Forest, the Great Western Trail, and the Paiute ATV Trail. Located near the Sevier Valley Center, make the Quality Inn Richfield your home for the tournaments.
15-7 is your score. Milford jumped out to an early lead. It led 13-2, but Manila is still within 8 as we start second quarter. Well, get back to second quarter action. That timeout was brought to you by Cache Valley Visitors Bureau. Find your fun in Logan and northern Utah. Cache Valley, beautiful all times of year. ExploreLogan.com. That's ExploreLogan.com. Mustangs trouble holding on to the basketball again. That's a fourth turnover of the quarter. Down the other end, layup left side, Wiseman. Her second bucket of the game. 17-7. A foul on the ensuing play. Manila's got to find a way to pass around this 1-2-2 zone that Milford is out in. Sadler, hands off to Clegg. Collett flashes at the free throw line, gets the basketball, bounces. Sadler, right wing three. Yes, Abby Sadler with her second three of the game. Manila within 7, 17-10. And that's what they've got to do. They've got to find somebody in those open spaces. High post, free throw line, not the corners, because that's where Milford will trap. Manila in a similar, looks like a 2-3 zone defense. Underneath, shot, no, just misses. But Kinsey Williams will go back to the line where she's 2 for 2 already in this game. These free throws are brought to you by South Central Communications. FiberLink high-speed internet, the area's fastest broadband internet. South Central Communications. Williams misses the front end and will shoot a second one. Williams averages 10 a game, 5 rebounds, 1 steal. Junior, major contributor for this Milford Tiger team that took first in Region 21 and then got upset in the first round by the Bryce Valley Mustangs. Second free throw, nope. Fight for the board, jump ball, possession arrow. Milford Tigers leading 17-10. So Williams stepped to the line in the first quarter, hit 2 free throws. She steps to the line here in the second, misses them both. Williams receives the inbound, shoots short. Nicely contested by Guyman. Manila started to push and then slows things down. Call it. Clegg around the top. We'll see if they go back to that same play. Call it down in the right corner. Sadler avoids that pass down there, then hands off to Call it. You see that little tissue coming out of Call It's nose. She collided earlier in the game, was called for a charge foul, but she ended up with the bloody nose. Clegg out high on the right wing. Sadler tries to penetrate, ball poked away, but into the hands of Browning, across the key. Guyman misses too strong. Woolsey up court. Akeda Livingston, the junior, holding. Out on the right wing. Milford showing some patience here, 17-10. Hearing some more noise from the Manila Mustang fan section. Their boys team just got upset by Bryce Valley earlier today. Down inside, shot up off the window, nope. Offensive board, nope again, but Kinsey Williams will go again to the free throw line. This will be her 5th and 6th free throws of the contest. Foul. Olivia Clegg, that's her first personal. Mustangs 15 foul. 2:33 left here in this first half, and Kinsey Williams swishes the first one. So she hits 2, misses 2, then hits 1. These free throws are brought to you by State Bank of Southern Utah. Proud to present state championship basketball. For all your banking needs, visit sbsu.com. That's State Bank of Southern Utah, sbsu.com. Williams swishes the second one through as well. Timeout on the court. 2:33 left to go in the first half. Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
We encounter real life every day. Your daughter got into the school of her choice, but there's no scholarship. A home equity line of credit from State Bank of Southern Utah might be just for you. Don't let her miss out on her dream school. Contact a loan officer today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back at Richfield High School in the Consolation of Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com. Manila Mustangs and Milford Tigers. And the Mustangs facing that full court pressure. Clegg, right side to Sadler. They break it this time. And Sadler, though, dribbles off her own foot amidst the pressure. 15 turnovers for the Manila Mustangs so far in this first half. They had 10 in the first quarter alone. 15 is probably a max number of where a team would feel acceptable of 15 turnovers in an entire game. Livingston, right corner, back up top. Milford works it around against the 2-3 Manila zone. Double team down inside. Kick it back out. The 3 pops up, rattles, and drops down. Madison Griffiths has 9 in the ball game, 22-10. We'll see if Manila can avoid the turnover and get a shot off. That's been one of their biggest challenges so far. And it's not necessarily the 1-2-2 zone defense that Milford is playing. It's the way they're playing. Guyman in the lane, shoots, misses. Offensive board. Collett with the left hand puts it in. Collett's first field goal of the day. 12 points for Manila on the board with a minute and a half left in the second. Milford's defensive pressure has just been fantastic so far, showing why they allow the second best points allowed per game this season in all of 1A girls basketball, just 30 points a game. Another 3 for Madison Griffiths, 25-12. Griffiths with consecutive three-pointers. Call it to Browning. She can hit it from downtown, and she just misses. Back iron and over the top. Our broadcast tonight is brought to you by Quality Inn of Richfield. Proud to sponsor 1A basketball. Next time you're coming to state tournament or visiting Richfield, make the Quality Inn Richfield your home away from home. You got a nice hot breakfast every morning. Fresh juice. It's delicious. Get your day started right when you stay at the Quality Inn of Richfield. Livingston. Or no, that's Spalding, excuse me. Missed shot, call it the rebound. Aspen averages almost 10 boards a game. Clegg tries to attack, gets around the D on the baseline. She's hammered. Strong foul by Eliza Woolsey. This Milford Tiger team had a good regular season. Last year they made a run at state tournament time. They looked great and played Panguitch for the state championship. And I don't know if it was a consensus, but a lot of folks felt, well, Panguitch will win this one by 20 points, maybe more. But Milford had different ideas. They kept it close, and along part of it was Alina Yee's, I think, 26 points in the state championship game. Milford gave Panguitch all they could handle, but the Bobcats ended up winning 61-56. Milford graduated Alina Yee and another player or two, but they bring most of that group back from last year's runner-up squad. Out of championship contention at this point, but pass, nice ball movement around. They get it down inside, and Nikita Livingston will get a couple of free throws. The foul, that's Kimsey Sawyer's first. Nikita Livingston shoots two. Short on the first one. These free throws are presented by the Garcane Energy. Garcane Energy is a Touchstone Energy co-op. Livingston adjusts and makes the second free throw. 26-12. Excuse me, 26-13. Another turnover for Manila. Open layup, all alone. Kinley Spalding hits it. Manila Mustangs just dying. 17 turnovers in the first half. 28-13, make it 18. Livingston, time runs out before she can get a shot off, but Manila with 18 turnovers, and Milford leads 28-13 at the half. Halftime report brought to you by Southern Utah University, coming up when we return on Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com.
Shed Inc., located at 44 North Main in Panguitch, Randy and Matt will take care of all of your screen printing needs. Need some extra cash? They'll buy those shed antlers you've been looking to sell. Call Shed Inc. today. Go Cats!
Hi, I'm Peyton. Growing up in rural Utah, I dreamed of being a performer, but lacked the tools I needed. I had so much passion, drive, and focus. All I needed was for someone to give me a chance. SUU took that chance. I'm now living my dream, successful working in the entertainment industry. SUU helped me to discover the skills I needed to succeed. I'm proof that SUU can take you everywhere.
Some Butterfinger didn't bother to look, and your car goes crunch. Now it looks like the outside of a salted nut roll. People snicker as you drive down the road. Stop the laughter. Let the Three Musketeers at T-Bar S Body Shop come to your rescue and fix your car. When you drive off, you'll feel like you're skipping across the Milky Way again. You'll think of Matt Rex as the big hunk who came to your rescue. Dents removed, glass chips repaired, and windshields replaced. T-Bar S Body Shop and Glass Repair on County Road, across from the cemetery in Evanston. Sweet.
Welcome to the halftime report, brought to you by Southern Utah University. SUU.edu is where you can find them online. SUU to everywhere. You'll find them in Cedar City, which is, boy, just such a great central location if you like outdoors, get to the parks, do some rock climbing, some mountain biking. SUU, the outdoor central hub of the U.S. They won like national championships in outdoor recreation competitions, and just in big part because of the location and the outdoor adventure opportunities in the Southern Utah area. And that's all right there near Southern Utah University in Cedar City. Visit SUU.edu, SUU to everywhere. 28-13 at the half. Milford has been dominant in the first half, and the domination has been in forcing turnovers and defensive pressure. Milford jumped out to a 13-2 lead. Manila battled back and had it within, they were within, what was the closest they got? 7 points, I think, 17-10. But Milford just continued to press. They forced 18 first half turnovers by the Manila Mustangs. So Manila had 13 points in the first half, turned it over 18 times. 5 of 6 from the free throw line, so Manila's been good there, but they just have not gotten off enough shot attempts because of all those turnovers. Meanwhile, the Milford Tigers, 12 points from Madison Griffiths. The sophomore hit 2 3-pointers back-to-back in the second quarter. Kinsey Williams and Annalise Wiseman had 4 points apiece as well. J.C. Rose got the scoring started with a 3-point basket, and Milford is, in contrast to Manila, who had 18 turnovers, Manila had just 3 in that first half. They've taken care of the ball extremely well. The Milford Tigers on top, 28-13 at the half. It's a 15-point lead for Region 21's #1 team, coached by Mallory Bailey, the Milford Tigers. At the half, brought to you by Southern Utah University. Visit suu.edu, SUU to everywhere. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with second half action on Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on live.ksl.com.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston. No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelope.
It's that time of year again for high school state tournament basketball. This week, the Sevier Valley Center will host the 1A girls and boys state tournament. These games will be live on KTTA 8.1 over-the-air TV and also online at live.ksl.com. Get tuned in and enjoy some great basketball action.
Shopping for a new or used car? State Bank of Southern Utah can finance your purchase with great rates. Come visit our branch or apply online at sbsu.com. You finally found your dream car. Get your dream loan at State Bank. Member FDIC.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
If you've dreamed of owning your own beachfront property at beautiful Bear Lake, but think you can't afford it, think again, because you can. It's an investment you can rent that pays for itself, and you can enjoy it too. Realtor Gary McKee and the team at Bear Lake Realty can help make your dream come true. Visit with Gary today, because you'll never know unless you ask. Bear Lake Realty in Garden City. Visit bearlakerealty.com.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Bryce Canyon Half Marathon, 13.1 miles of fun. The race starts at Bryce Canyon City, runs through Bryce Canyon National Park, and finishes in Cannonville. Early registration is open now. Race runs the second Saturday in July.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL-9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
Many of our customers have trusted Jensen Wood Motors for generations. It's important to all of us here at the dealership we always work for the people. My grandpa was a man of his word, and he passed that tradition on to us. We understand that we're here to serve our customers, and every day we try and do that to the best of our ability. We really appreciate each customer, and we want to make sure that they feel that when they're doing business with us.
Jensen Wood Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Montpelier, Idaho. The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
Hello, Miss Susan Siamese Cat.
Dr. Dog, I'm here because my perfectly shiny fur has lost its shimmer, and I don't have the energy I did as a kitten.
Miss Susan Siamese Cat, I recommend that you start taking the Feline Daily Multi-Chews from PetMinerals.com immediately. Your good health isn't a yarn ball to play with.
Dr. Dog, you always make me feel better.
Log on to PetMinerals.com today and get your feline supplements ordered today.
Welcome back. Following the SUU halftime report, we're ready for third quarter action. Manila with the basketball on Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State basketball on live.ksl.com. Manila 18 turnovers in the first half to 13 points. They're going to have to take care of it better here in the second half. We'll see what adjustments Coach Tony Pendleton made. She's in her first year varsity coach. Canell Browning for three. She can hit from out there, but doesn't hit this one. Collett chasing down the rebound. Lost her footing. She comes up. I don't see any kind of a limp, and that's a good sign for Manila. Mustangs had a 16-point lead on Rich midway through the fourth quarter when these teams played at Manila. It was homecoming night for Manila. Collett fouled out, and Rich went on a 24-6 run, forced overtime, and ended up winning that game in overtime. A rare turnover for Milford. That's just, by my count, their fourth of the contest. And again, contrast that with Manila's 18 just in the first half. Browning to Sadler. Manila spreading things out a little bit differently offensively. That's one adjustment. Collett flashes to the free throw line. Clegg. Sadler shoots the three and misses off the front iron. Abby hit 2 3-point shots in the first half. Madison Griffiths to the left wing. Rose sat out most of the first half in foul trouble. She has 2, but she's back out there for the third quarter. Barnson, entry underneath, shot over the top. Clegg had it and then gets it back. So Manila gets a stop it needs. Can the Mustangs score on the offensive end? The bigger question so far in this game has been, can they keep possession of the basketball long enough to get a shot. And that's a credit to Milford's defense and their intensity. They've been fantastic through this first half of the game. Call it in the lane. Shot left hand, no, but Aspen will go to the free throw line. Call it averages 15 points, 9 rebounds a game. And she's been limited so far in this one to 5 points. She's probably on pace for 13 or 14 rebounds. She's done her work there for sure. But Milford's defense has certainly slowed her down. She gets the first free throw to go. Manila, 5 of 6, make it 6 of 7 from the free throw line. They're more of about a 50-55% shooting team from the free throw line this season. 28-15, Mustangs within 13 points. Looking for another stop. Manila in a 2-3 zone defense. Barneson skips it across just over Collett's outstretched hands, and J.C. Rose with the high arc. Long 2 from the left corner for the right corner. Milford doubling up Manila, 30-15. Sadler to Browning. Barneson comes out high defensively. Clegg looks in, doesn't find anything. Then they find Collett. Great entry pass. Collett finishes and the foul. Eliza Woolsey knew immediately she'd committed the foul. She turned, slapped her hands together in frustration with herself. So Collett, the 2-point and the free throw coming. Aspen, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5 of 6 from the free throw line in the game. Aspen looking for the 3-point play, and Manila will need a few of those in this second half to fight back into it. She hits the free throw, and Manila trails by 12. You're watching 1A State basketball presented by Ruby's Inn. Check them out at rubysinn.com. Dangerous pass by Barneson, and a jump ball is the result. That was a pass down low at the feet of her teammate, Kinsey Williams. Possession arrow gives Milford the basketball with 5:40 left in the third. Barneson passes it in, gets it back, and then throws it away. She touches it a third time. That's a double dribble, or a second time. Her choice was either let Manila get it or grab it herself. Either way, it's a turnover. This way, at least, Milford controls the tempo a bit better. Browning. Clegg on the right wing, looking inside. Mustangs have made a more concerted effort to go inside to Clegg, or to Collett rather. They try to go in again, and this time Milford knocks it away. 19 turnovers for Manila. Wiseman. Barneson, the deep 3. Swish! Presley Barneson. Mark that one down. Find it on the Utah High School Sportscast Facebook page. Barneson with the deep 3. Clegg on the right wing. Guyman posted up underneath, but again, tough to find a passing lane at times down there. Somebody messes with the lights up here on the track. Another Mustang turnover. Going the other way, Griffiths can't get the shot to go, and Collett has the rebound. She's wrapped up in a jump ball. Possession arrow to Manila. 33-18, a 15-point Milford lead with 4.5 left in the third. Mustangs trail. Turnovers, a huge issue in the first half, and they're going to try to dig themselves out of that hole the rest of the game. Collett spins up with the left, got it to go. Aspen Collett, nice pivot move in the lane, or just outside the lane from the left block. That cuts it back to a 13-point deficit. Manila trails. Barneson backs it out. Well, she hit that deep 3 minutes ago. Milford can be content here to just back it out and dribble, hold the ball. Griffiths tries to attack. Sadler may have taken it away. It's on the floor. If we got a jump ball, I think we'll go back to Milford on the possession arrow. And we do. A Milford Tiger is down. Teammates right there. And they'll try to help her up. Oh, no, that's a Manila Mustang, excuse me. And it's Aspen Collett. She gets to her feet, but still in some pain. Coach Tony Pendleton out on the floor, not fully out to call it, and now she'll come out. We'll have to, I think we may need an injury timeout here. Call it will have to leave, I think, the game and let some time run off. Both contingents of fans celebrate Call It walking off the court of her own power. Ashlyn Austin, the sophomore, will check into the game. And there's some more size coming off the bench for Manila. Milford inbounds. Barnson, right corner three. This one's short. Browning the rebound. Ball poked away. Browning ends up on the floor. Williams underneath. Blocked by Guyman. Blocked by Guyman again, but the second time a foul. And it's actually Olivia Clegg picking up her second personal foul. These free throws coming up are brought to you by South Central Communications, the area's fastest broadband internet. And Kinsey Williams at the line has been inconsistent. She hit two, she missed two, she hit two, she misses one. Aspen Call It right back into the game. Brooke Guyman gets a breather. Good to see Call It back in. I don't know if she got poked in the eye or what it was. It certainly inadvertently. Williams' second free throw. Bounces around and down through. 34-20, Manila trails. Browning across the timeline. The loser of this one goes home. The winner will take on Tabiona in tomorrow's Consolation semifinals. Call It fires away from three on the right wing. Can't get that to go. Aspen has all of Manila's 7 points in this third quarter. Wiseman to Woolsey, left corner, long two, and Kinsey Williams knocks it down. She has 7 in the game. 36-20. Milford pushes out to a 16-point lead. That's their biggest of the game. They've led by 15 at a couple of different points. And Annalise Wiseman with the foul. Her first personal. Milford used a 11-2 start, and they forced all kinds of turnovers to jump out big early on. Call It underneath, pivots around again, misses with the left, fights for her own rebound, and out of bounds off of Milford. If Region 22 were to award a Region Player of the Year, Call It would definitely be a top candidate. She and McKenna Stacy of Rich probably the 2 top candidates, and Call It as a senior probably gets that award. Missed shot, ball on the floor. Call It picks it up, drives to the hoop, and finishes with the left hand. All 9 of Manila's points in the period. Aspen Call It, she's got 14 in the game. Manila within 14. If you're the Mustangs, you got to hope to cut this to single digits by the end of the third quarter, if you have any hope of getting back into this one. They've held on to the ball much better in the third quarter. Shot up, rims around, and finds its way home. Kinsey Williams with her second field goal of the game. 22-38, back to a 16-point game. Call It in the lane with the left hand. No, rims out. Williams with the rebound. Kinsey up the left sideline with the left hand. 16-point Milford lead. Barnson, Wiseman on the left wing, skips it across. Underneath they go. Woolsey kicks it back outside. Too many tall trees, long arms out there, or in there. 3-point shot is an air ball, but Milford comes back up with it. Barnson another deep three, and this one a bit short. Rebound, Clegg has it and pulls it away from Woolsey, or no, from Williams, who goes down hard, but gets back up quickly, and we like to see that. Call It to the top of the key. Manila down by 16. Sadler, pick and roll with Call It. They go into her. You don't see that a lot against the zone, but it works, except that Call It couldn't quite finish with the left. Guyman a jump ball with Williams, or no, with Woolsey. Under a minute to go in the third quarter, and Manila looks to cut into the deficit. Clegg to inbound. Looking in the middle for Call It, but she can't flash open, and Clegg inadvertently steps past the baseline and turns it over. A third turnover of the quarter. Makes 21 in the ball game for Manila. Kinley Spalding receives the inbound. Back to Barneson, and Sadler, or no, Collett reaches in. That's Aspen's second personal. This is a Southern Utah University presentation of 1A Championship Basketball. Learn more at suu.edu. suu.edu, Southern Utah to everywhere. Barneson and the Milford Tigers showing some patience here, eating up the clock, and that's exactly what they want and need to do. Leading by 16 with 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Long, dangerous skip pass. Collett stepped in front but couldn't quite take it away, or Clegg rather. Barneson penetrates. Back to Wiseman. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Guyman contests the shot by Williams, and Williams will go back to the free throw line. Kinsey Williams, 2, 4, 6, 8. This will be her 9th and 10th free throws of the game. Swishes the first one through. She made 2, missed 2, made 2, missed 1, made 1. These free throws are brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Half Marathon. It's 13.1 miles of fun. Run through Bryce Canyon on the second Saturday in July, but register today and save. The registration costs less if you register now. BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com is where you go to register. BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Inside again to Collett. She has 11, and just at the buzzer, Collett gets that bucket. It's 40-24 as we come to an end of the third quarter on Utah 1A Basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
The Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
And we're back to action, and Val Cook stepping in to take over the microphone for Ryan Steinekert. Ryan is the voice of the Rich Rebels, and the Lady Rebels are going to be playing in the Sevier Valley Center in the next game. So he is going over there to get set up and get ready to broadcast that game here on Utah High School Sportscast. So for the fourth quarter, I will sit here and try and bring you a bird's eye view of what you're seeing on your video screen. 3-point attempt by the Tigers, no good. Rebound to the Tigers, comes down and goes back up, and 2 points goes in for Woolsey. To start the fourth quarter, Woolsey with 2 points. Manila Mustangs lose the handle on the ball as they're bringing it down the court. They tried to plead that it went off the fingertips of the Tiger, but the referee didn't buy it. So the turnover takes place, another turnover for Manila. Taking it around the horn into the middle, this is Williams. Williams, no good. Rebound comes down to Woolsey. Cross-court pass and a little 6-point jump shot for Kinley Spalding, number 15. Did I see that right? Yeah, Kinley Spalding, 2 points. And Manila is now on the attack, down by 20 with 6:47 left in this game. Looks like a 3-2 zone in defense for Milford. Foul on the shot, number 14. That's going to go against Barneson. Presley Barneson with her third foul. And it puts Brooke Guyman to the line, who misses the front end of her 1-and-1. Second one on the way, that is no good. Also, rebound almost out of bounds, saved in to Manila. And Manila called for out of bounds, stepping on the line trying to save it. That was Olivia Clegg. So it will turn over to the Milford Tigers. Going to be a full court press put on by Manila. 6:24 left in this game. They're down by 20 points. Manila is. In and out, kicking it out. Number 24 for the Tigers is Arlise Wiseman, knocking down at 2 from about 10-point range. In and out, and a foul. Shot put up by Colette. It rimmed in and out, but Colette was hit on the wrist by Williams as she went up for that shot. So Williams' second foul. Colette to the line for 2. First one sinks. Free throws being presented by Ruby's Inn, your gateway resort to Bryce Canyon National Park. Ruby's Inn. Find them at rubysinn.com. Second one, no good. Full court press being shown by Manila. Get it across the timeline. Back into the hands of Griffiths. Griffiths for a 10-foot pull-up jumper, misses. Rebound comes down to Rose. She gets it back out to the top of the key, and they reset their offense. Round and around the key. Trying to take it down into the paint. They do, driving into the paint. And off the glass, 2. Who was that? Number 12, it says. That's got to be Williams, Kinsey Williams, with 2 points from in the paint. Lead is 22. And Manila called for a call, another turnover against Manila. That has been the biggest difference in this game, besides the score, obviously. It's the turnovers. Turnovers on Manila's part, leading to a lot of points on Milford's part. And with 5 minutes left in the game, we have 48-26 in favor of the Tigers. Tigers drive in. Number 13, Alexa Walker. Is that right? Her hair is down over her back. Might be Kinley Spalding, number 15. Anyway, she goes to the line after being hammered on the shot by Colette. It is Kinley Spalding. She moved her head and the hair came off her number, and I got a glimpse at it. It's number 15. Makes her first one. Misses her second one. 49-26 for the Tigers. Mustangs on the attack. Not expecting the pass. Colette steps out of the way. The pass gets by her, and the Tigers pick it up and race it down the court. A three-pointer drops in for number 22, Madison Griffiths. Into the passing lane, they stripped it away. J.C. Rose comes up with it, brings it across the timeline. Again, three-point attempt, way outside Madison Griffiths. 2 3-pointers in a row in 2 possessions. Back-to-back possessions result in 2 3-pointers for Madison Griffiths. Here's Griffiths again. She pauses, switches the dribble, brings it across the timeline, and gives it away to Spalding. Kinsley gets it down into Wiseman. And it's lost. Manila steals it away. Turnover against the Tigers. And it is a foul, but not before she scores the points. Aspen Collette, driving the baseline, gets fouled as she goes in. The layup dropped through the basket. They're going to call the foul against, looks like Wiseman, Kinsey Wiseman, number 12. It's her 3rd foul. And Collette, shot is good. Little bit of pressure by Manila, but not enough to stop them from bringing it across the line and setting up their offense for Milford. Rose. Griffiths, now Spalding. And now Rose. Blocking foul. They're going to call that against Collette. If it is, it's her 5th. It is. Collette is out of the game. Tigers with a walking call against Spalding as she tried to start a drive into the basket. Our broadcast presentation of the state championships was brought to you in part by State Bank of Southern Utah. Log on to sbsu.com. That's State Bank of Southern Utah, sbsu.com. Stolen away. And coast to coast, it is Kinley Spalding for 2. .233 left. 57-29 in favor of the Milford Tigers, who jump into the passing lane and take it away as they tried the inlet pass into the paint. They take it back, driving the baseline, now kicking it back out for a little 6-foot jumper. Blocked it twice, and finally, on the 3rd try, it was Kinsey Williams able to put that back for 2 points for the Tigers. 30-point lead, 59-29. Just under 2 minutes. Gonna call a foul on Akeda Livingston. Send Sadler to the line. She makes her first one. Just under 2 minutes left in this game. Sadler's second falls. Top of the key, wide open, out on the wing, a 3-pointer for number 21, Akeda Livingston. Drains a 3-pointer. When it's going your way, it's going your way. And Milford Tigers have it going their way right now. stolen away, reached in and just tore it out of her hands. Wiseman caused the turnover. Basket is missed, out of bounds called, and it will turn and go right back to Manila. Wholesale change of roster for the Mustangs, or for the Tigers rather, excuse me. Bring in 5 new players. We'll get their names out as the ball is in play. Sadler over wide to Browning. Browning tries a shot and it is no good. Rebound comes down to Williams. That's Marie Williams. Going to give a foul to number one for the Milford Tigers. I don't have a number 1 listed. But anyway, the foul goes against her. It'll be out of bounds. Coming in to the Tigers. Oh, number 1, it's Olivia Clegg. That's who they called that on. Tigers took it out of bounds. Setting their offense down in low. Air ball blocked on the second shot attempt and brought down by Manila. And called for the walking charge is Ashland Austin. Turns it over on a walk. .36 seconds left in this contest. Down low, trying the shot off the backboard. Rebound comes down to Manila. Sadler trying to dribble out of a double team. Finally gets the pass out to Kimsey Sawyer. Kimsey brings it across the timeline back to Sadler. 13.4 in this game, 62-31. Kimsey Sawyer for 3, misses short, goes out of bounds and back to Milford. Stolen away by Sadler, and the point won't count as the buzzer goes off to end the game before she gets it out of her hands. So the final score, it is the Milford Tigers 62. It is the Manila Mustangs 31. We'll be back with the Ruby's Inn post-game report. You're listening to Utah High School Sportscast production of A1 State Basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
Our Richfield Hotel, located just off Interstate 70, is a short drive from attractions like the Big Rock Candy Mountain, Fremont Indian State Park, Fish Lake National Forest, the Great Western Trail, and the Paiute ATV Trail. Located near the Sevier Valley Center, make the Quality Inn Richfield your home for the tournaments. Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
We encounter real life every day. Your daughter got into the school of her choice, but there's no scholarship. A home equity line of credit from State Bank of Southern Utah might be just for you. Don't let her miss out on her dream school. Contact a loan officer today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Shed Inc., located at 44 North Main in Panguitch, Randy and Matt will take care of all of your screen printing needs. Need some extra cash? They'll buy those shed antlers you've been looking to sell. Call Shed Inc. today. Go Cats!
Hi, I'm Hayden. Growing up in rural Utah, I dreamed of being a performer, but lacked the tools I needed. I had so much passion, drive, and focus. All I needed was for someone to give me a chance. SUU took that chance. I'm now living my dream, successfully working in the entertainment industry. SUU helped me to discover the skills I needed to succeed. I'm proof that SUU can take you everywhere.
We are back at Ruby's Inn post-game report as the Manila Mustangs go down to defeat to the Milford Tigers. Tigers come out as the number 1 seed in Region 21. Manila came into this tournament the number 2 seed in Region 22. So not an upset, but definitely a shock in the amount of turnovers that the Manila Mustangs allowed and that the Milford Tigers caused. So let's take a look at the scoring. First off, for the losing team, the Manila Mustangs, they had a total. Now, this is unofficial. I have 28 turnovers in the game. They only scored 31 points. And I think we missed a couple of turnovers throughout that game because it was coming fast and furious. But 28 total turnovers really hurt the Mustangs. Abby Sadler had 1 foul and 8 points. Olivia Clegg we have down for 3 fouls. Kimsey Sawyer we have for 1 foul. We also have Aspen Collette. She fouled out, but she was the high scorer for the Mustangs with 17 points. And Brooke Guyman, 1 foul and 2 points in the game. Total of 31 points scored for the Manila Mustangs. The Milford Tigers, on the other hand, they only had 6 turnovers in the entire contest, at least unofficially what we have. And as far as the scoring went, it was J.C. Rose with 2 fouls and 5 points to end her game. It was Aliza Woolsey with 2 fouls and 2 points in the game. We have Kinsey Williams with 3 fouls and 12 points in the game. Presley Bronson had 3 fouls and 5 points. We have 7 points for Kinley Spalding. Akeda Livingston, 1 foul and 4 points in the game. 4 3-pointers dropped in for Madison Griffiths in the game. She also hit 3 2-pointers. That made her the high scorer in the game with 18 behind those 4 3-pointers. For 12 points coming from 3-point range for Griffiths. And Annalise Wiseman, 1 foul and 6 points, adds up to our 62 points. The final for the Milford Tigers. So the Milford Tigers beat the Manila Mustangs. Manila is out of the tournament, and Milford Tigers will advance. They will go on. Let me get my brackets out here. Milford Tigers advance. They will play at 10 a.m. tomorrow, an early game. They will play the winner of the Tabby West, Tabiona. They'll play Tabiona. Game that played right before this one. So Milford against Tabiona right here in the Richfield High School Gymnasium as they work their way through the consolation brackets. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning is the next contest for Milford. And like I said, Manila is now out of the tournament. Well, coming up here on our broadcast, the next one we're going to move back into the boys bracket, the consolation bracket. We're going to bring you a game between the White Horse Raiders, Region 19's number 4th seed, and the Wayne Badgers, Wayne County Badgers, both of them on the hardwood warming up. And that will be our next matchup for you right here on this Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Basketball on KSL and on mylocalradio.com. That wraps up our post-game report brought to you by Ruby's Inn. They've been hosting visitors for over 100 years at Ruby's Inn. Next time you're down in southern Utah, consider staying at Ruby's Inn and having a little fun. Back with another game in just a couple of minutes.